Tonight, you will lie down, close your eyes, and try to do something you cannot actually try to do. You will attempt to fall asleep, and the moment you try, really try, your brain will do the one thing that guarantees it won't happen. It will pay attention. That is the trap. And almost every human alive has fallen into it. It is 2 in the morning. You have work tomorrow. Your body is exhausted. Everything is right. And yet your mind is running, calculating how many hours you'd get if you fell asleep right now. Getting frustrated at the calculation. Getting frustrated at the frustration. The more you chase sleep, the faster it runs. This is not a personal failure. This is your nervous system doing what it was designed to do. Sleep researchers call it sleep effort. There is an entire system inside you that runs on its own, and the moment you try to take control, you become the obstacle. Your nervous system has 2 modes. The sympathetic system, fight or flight, floods your blood with adrenaline and locks your focus. The parasympathetic system, rest and digest, slows the heart, drops your temperature, and pulls you under. You cannot consciously switch between them. The parasympathetic system turns on when your brain perceives safety, and nothing signals danger quite like desperately wanting to be asleep and not being asleep. Psychologist Allison Harvey at UC Berkeley found this consistently. Insomnia is not a biological failure. It is a thought pattern. People who could not sleep were trapped in a loop of monitoring, watching themselves try to sleep. And watching is a waking activity. The harder you watch for sleep, the more alert your brain becomes. Philosopher Alan Watts called this the backwards law. The harder you pursue a mental state, the more you push it away. Attention is the opposite of the state you are trying to reach. Sleep is a passive process. It is not something your brain does. It is something your brain stops doing. The prefrontal cortex cannot fire its own off switch. That job falls to adenosine, a chemical that builds from the moment you wake up. As neuroscientist Matthew Walker explains, caffeine doesn't give you energy. It blocks adenosine receptors. When it wears off, all that pressure floods back. That is the crash. Your brain also watches the clock. Your circadian rhythm is a 24-hour internal timer. When the time you've been lying awake doesn't match the brain's expectation, it sends a quiet alarm. Not a horn. A thought. You should be asleep by now. Researcher David Dingus at the University of Pennsylvania showed that sleep-deprived brains overestimate how well they are functioning. Trying to sleep triggers the same trap. The brain treats sleeplessness as a problem to solve. But solving requires the prefrontal cortex, and that is exactly what prevents sleep. The fix is called paradoxical intention, first described by psychiatrist Viktor Frankl. Instead of trying to sleep, try to stay awake. Lie in the dark with your eyes open. The moment you stop trying, the alarm quiets. The monitoring stops. Sleep arrives. Not a trick, a correction. You are removing the obstacle you placed in front of it. Athletes call this paralysis by analysis. A guitarist who thinks about their fingers mid-solo stumbles. A sprinter who monitors their stride slows. Skill lives below conscious control. Attention drags it somewhere it cannot function. Your body knows how to sleep the same way it knows how to breathe. You were born knowing. It is just blocked by the part of you convinced it needs to supervise everything. Tonight, when the counting starts, your brain is not broken. It is doing something ancient and automatic. It will do it with or without your help. The goal is not to make yourself fall asleep. The goal is to stop making yourself stay awake. Let the system run. It has been doing this for hundreds of millions of years, long before there was a prefrontal cortex to interfere. Stop watching. Stop trying. Tonight, when you close your eyes and try to do something you cannot try to do, remember that the trying is the problem. And then stop.